future educators, welcome to Fedcast! The Future Educator Podcast, where we talk about everything in the teaching world. I am Angela, your host for today.
And I am Crystalline. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay talaga namang napaka-importante sa mga future educators. We will be talking about the art of instructional design, a future educator's perspective.
Yes, so we will talk about how we plan our lessons and how we make sure na may natututunan talaga ang mga students. And of course, paano na-evolve ng technology yung way natin sa pagtuturo. At may makakasama pala tayo ngayon, ang ating amazing panels from Laguna University. Excited ka na ba silang ma-meet, Crystalline?
Yes, excited na akong ma-meet sila, partner. Balita ko nga ay naandun na sila sa studio.
Let's welcome our amazing panels from Laguna University, Maxine, Jessa, and April. Welcome, guys! Maxine. So, kumusta naman ang buhay VN students?
Mahirap? Pero okay na.
Yes, so without further ado, let's start the discussion. Okay, first question para sa lahat. How do you design instruction? What factors do you consider? Crystalline, can we start with you?
Definitely. For me kasi, it all starts with the learner. Alam mo yon, bago ka gumawa ng lesson, kailangan mong alamin muna kung sino ba yung mga estudyante mo. At ano na nga ba yung mga alam nila. Kailangan mo talagang i-analyze muna. That's actually the first step of the model analysis.
Tama, analysis muna talaga. So Jessa, ang dami nga namang factors na. Paano mo siya i-prioritize? For example, kung super limited and ng resources at time mo, what's the one factor you will never compromise on?
Siguro yung students' understanding. Kasi para sa akin, ang useless kung you just let your students absorb information from you, tapos pagkatapos lang din ng lesson, wala na. So, parang nangyari, pasok dito, labas dito. So, ako, kahit na kapag sobrang limited lang ng time, I always make sure na super clear yung objectives ko at saka may mga nakahanda akong built-in activities to check their understanding. Kasi sa akin, okay lang na hindi naman masyadong covered lahat ng lessons, pero ang importante, may naiintindihan yung estudyante ko sa akin.
Yes, Jessa. That's very connected sa concept ng backwards design ni McTighe and Wiggins. You have this end goal in mind na ano ba talaga yung kailangan nilang ma-achieve? Ano ba talaga yung kailangan ma-achieve ng mga estudyante mo?
Oo, yun ang goal talaga. So Maxine, from your own experience, what a common mistake or pitfall new educators make when they start designing lessons, and how can we avoid it?
Sa tingin ko, yung common mistake is they try to do too much in one session. Minsan kasi feeling natin, kailangan natin i-cover lahat. Pero we just keep it simple. Mag-focus tayo sa one or two important goal. Tsaka bigyan natin ng enough time yung student natin na mag-process at mag-practice. Pati dapat yung mga activities natin is aligned dun sa goals. Hindi yung maganda nga yung activities na nagawa natin, pero hindi naman siya tugma dun sa ituturo natin.
Good point. Now, to make it more practical, in your current practice, what does instructional design mean to you? What activities show the process? April, ano sa tingin mo?
For me, ang instructional design is, it's all about planning with a purpose. Hindi yung basta may maituturo ka lang. Really think about students need to learn and how you can help them to get there. Makikita mo to sa pagpili ko ng teaching strategy. Paano ko nga ba to binibreakdown yung content para mas ma-digest ng student ko.
Can you walk us through a specific example? For instance, how would you design a lesson to teach a complex concept like photosynthesis or metaphor to a fifth grader?
For example, I would start with a very relatable metaphor, like time is thief. Pag-uusapan namin as a class kung ano bang ibig sabihin nun. Then, paghahanap kami ng examples sa mga kwentong nabasa nila. Then, the main activity would be papagawin ko sila ng sarili nilang metaphor. About something they love, like their family, their favorite foods. It's very engaging kasi naka-play nila.
Ganda nun. You're actually guiding them from understanding the concept to applying them creatively. So, Maxine, curious ako. Has your view of what instructional design means changed from when you started your education courses up to now? What experience changed it?
Actually, oo. Kasi nung first year ako, akala ko yung instructional design ay paggawa lang siya ng lesson plan para masunod yung curriculum guide. Pero habang natagal, na-realize ko na it is more than that. It's about designing the learning experience. So then, from there, my focus shifted from ano ang ituturo ko to paano matututo yung estudyante ko. And that is my biggest journey.
Ang laking shift no? And that perfectly leads us to the future.
Yes.
Next question. How do you see technology evolving and how will it affect instructional design? Jess, anong thoughts mo dito?
Technology is a really big help para mas gawing fun and interactive yung lessons natin sa loob ng classroom. Kasi for example, using VR para mag-field trip sa loob ng classroom o kaya apps for quizzes. Pero naniniwala ako na ang core of learning pa rin talaga, yung knowledge, nagmumura pa rin talaga siya sa teacher sa atin, mga teacher. So, ayun, pwede natin gamitin yung AI, pwede tayo magpa-generate sa kanya ng lesson plan, pero it's, at the end of the day, tayo pa rin talaga yung magdidesisyon kung ano yung akma sa specific needs ng mga estudyante natin. At saka, mas kilala kasi natin yung mga estudyante natin And yung connection na yun between our students and tayo, mga future educators or mga teachers, yun yung hindi kayang gawin ng AI.
Totally agree. So with tools like AI that can generate lesson plan, how do we ensure that the teacher's creative role and expertise remain central to the design process?
Siguro we should see AI as a tool lang or assistant, hindi replacement. Kasi, sure we can save time from sa pag-iisip ng ideas by just asking the AI na, for example, generate activities in teaching fractions to grade 3. Pero, tayo pa rin talaga, ang role natin as teachers, tayo yung mag-evaluate ng mga ideas na yon para titignan natin kung akma ba siya sa estudyante natin, sa specific needs ng estudyante natin. So, magtatanong tayo, gagana ba to sa estudyante ko? Akma ba to sa specific needs niya? Kasi for example, ang estudyante ko ay si April, visual learner siya, pero yung mga ka-group niya, hands-on. So, yun nga, nasa akin pa rin talaga yung choice kung yung i-apply ko para sa kanya. At saka kasi, papasok na dito yung tinatawag natin na empathy. Yung kung saan, yun yung tayo lang yung mga bigay nun sa estudyante natin, hindi yun tayong ibigay ng AI.
So, kitang-kita na ang art of instructional design is a beautiful mix of a careful planning and malalim na pagmamahal sa pagtuturo at smart use of technology. Maraming salamat, Crystalline, Maxine, Jessa, and April for sharing your wonderful insight. Until our next episode, this is Angela reminding you that the future education is in our hands. Paalam!